I'm meteorologist Joe Winters here in the TV9 newsroom, joining you right after our 6 o'clock newscast to walk you through two more chances of snow that we will see, and also look ahead at the bitter Arctic cold that will be with us as well as we push our way through next week. It is going to be a very wintry period for a period of time. Now, what we're going to find first of all is a little light snow that's falling tonight. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we're expecting. Now, first of all, I did want to look back at the official snowfall totals from the Big Four from the storm that moved through yesterday as well as earlier on Monday. 10 inches in Iowa City officially, 10.4 in Cedar Rapids, 11.5 in Waterloo, and 12.6 the official total in Dubuque. We are adding to those totals as we head through this week. There's a look at pinpoint Doppler radar. At the time of our recording, we do have some light to moderate snow that's pushing through. This is from a very weak disturbance moving across areas of the plains. It'll push across Iowa, and as it does slide through the area, it has enough moisture and the cooler air is in place that it is allowing some of that snow to develop with the lift coming from that area of low pressure moving in. Now you notice there's one batch of snow near the Cedar Rapids area back toward Des Moines, a second batch off toward the west. All of this pushes through the area by the time we head through midnight tonight, I think, so it should be fairly quiet after that. But when it does, it'll cause some reduced visibilities on the roads. It will also be the cause of some slick travel conditions. And you do see some of that moderate snow out there at times, but this is not a long-lasting system, but it will leave behind some areas of light snow, and you can see that does extend back toward Nebraska as well. So all that will rotate through the area. When it's all said and done, it will look at the road conditions, which right now are quiet. Notice to the west where we've been seeing some of that snow, some partly covered roadways. I would expect partly covered roadways to develop across that area as well. And here's some timing for you. Pinpoint Futurecast has it very nicely outlined, moving through the area and then gone as we head towards 6 a.m. So Thursday starts out very quiet, but could have some slippery spots on the road. There's the snowfall forecast from this evening through the early part of tonight. It's a 1 to 3 inch band of snow, lighter amounts both north and south. The main snow, 1 to 3, north of Interstate 80 as that system moves through. And again, it's a lighter and fluffier snow. That means it's easier to move, so when you do have to move it off your driveway and sidewalk, it will be easy to push off the area than the one that we did endure just 24 hours ago. Now, let's look ahead to a more impactful, more significant system that we're talking about. This is a winter storm watch. This is in effect all of eastern Iowa from late Thursday night through Saturday morning. Snow and wind with heavy snowfall, 40+ mile-an-hour wind equaling dangerous travel conditions. That's what we're expecting to develop late Thursday night. So we're talking about, and you'll see the timing, after 10, 11 o'clock, and then continue as an area of low pressure intensifies and deepens across the upper Midwest and ultimately heading off across the Great Lakes. Heavy snowfall, 40-mile-per-hour wind, reduced visibilities. This will be some dangerous travel conditions as well. So again, this is more in line with the storm that we just had pushed through, with a couple of exceptions, and we'll talk about those as we walk through our timing. Here's a look at some timing for you. 6 o'clock, that's tomorrow night. We are dry and quiet. Let's just kind of move ahead. We'll kind of move ahead slowly. You'll notice by about 10, 11 o'clock, it starts to approach Interstate 80, and then by the time we head towards 6 o'clock, we're up to Highway 20 and scattered activity all the way back across our northwest zone. Then you'll notice that as that area of low pressure moves from areas of the Mississippi Valley off toward the north and east, it intensifies. As it does, the snow bands intensify as well. Some of the heavier snow bands possible across portions of eastern Iowa into Illinois and southern areas of Wisconsin. This is also similar to what we saw, a prolonged snow event that we saw earlier this week. So again, in similar fashion in some ways. It continues into early Saturday morning, still with some scattered snow showers, but notice what has happened from late Thursday into Saturday. Those winds, as that low has intensified or deepened or strengthened, we find the winds much stronger as well. Snowfall forecast with this storm Thursday night through Friday night. It looks like about 4 to 8 inches of snow will be common across the area. So this is some heavier accumulations of snow. It is a lighter snow in variety and weight than the snow that we saw earlier this week. Thus, with the winds turning stronger, here's the difference. This is going to easily blow around. We've seen that the snowpack that we have in place right now is going to kind of solidify. And as that lighter snow moves on top of it, it'll easily move right across that. Ditches are filled with snow as well, so it'll blow across the roadways very, very easily, and therein lies the problem. And with reduced visibilities, likely below a quarter of a mile, very likely we could see blizzard or blizzard-like conditions in portions of the area Friday into Friday night and early on Saturday morning as that snow moves through. So that 4 to 8 inch blanket of snow will push through quite rapidly. Wind gust forecast, you can see that they're already strong, close to 40 miles per hour as we start our Friday, and they stay there all the way through the evening hours of our Friday as well. So the strong winds are with us, could be a bit stronger with the wind gusts at times. The sustained winds will be 20 to 30 besides the gusts, and that's what the other problem is with the storm, not just the snow, it's the blowing snow and reduced visibility. So here's looking at some of the travel impacts. Thursday night, Thursday, snow develops, roads deteriorate. On Friday, snow and blowing snow, and on Saturday the snow does end early in the morning, but blowing snow remains. So as you can see, travel will not be easy across the area. Make sure, as we reminded you with the previous storm, if you do need to be out, and it does happen that people have to be out on the roadways, if you don't have to, change your plans. But if you do have to be out, there's the things to make sure of. Full gas tank, jumper cables, or a jump pack in your car, along with a phone charger, a first aid kit, blanket, flashlight, extra batteries, water, non-perishable snacks, shovel, ice scraper, emergency flares, lights, salt, sand, cat litter. Again, things you should keep in your vehicle during the winter season. Here's a look at the wind forecast. Take a look at Friday and Saturday particularly, 20 to 40, 20 to 30. So we're looking at sustained winds on Friday, 20 to 40 miles per hour. That means wind gusts could probably top 50 miles per hour at times, topping 40 miles per hour at times on Saturday. Again, that can lead to what we talked about with blizzard conditions across portions of eastern Iowa. Behind this, there is bitter cold air coming in. It's building, it's moving in, the fresh snow cover on the ground. The bitterly cold air is with us, and it is going to get very cold. In fact, right now, we're looking for temperatures to drop below zero as we work our way into Sunday morning, and then stay that way probably through Tuesday into Wednesday as well. We may not exceed the zero mark, so it's a long period of time where we are going to see again the very, very cold conditions across the area. So once again, just a quick recap for you, then I'll look if there are any questions that may have come in. Tonight's snow is a lighter snow, about a 1 to 3 inch band, will certainly cause some issues as far as on the roadways where it does fall with slippery spots and stretches. That could last into the morning hours. The second storm system, much more impactful. We're talking about a 4 to 8 inch band of snow all across eastern Iowa. With that, we'll be dealing with strong winds, and that will lead to dangerous travel conditions as we do see reduced visibilities. That winter storm watch goes into effect tomorrow night, late, so we're talking about probably 9, 10 o'clock or so, and then goes through early on Saturday morning, probably 6 o'clock or so. Quick look at any questions that we might have. And let's see, I had somebody, so no school on Friday again. Aubrey, I would doubt that you will have school on Friday. I'm just going to say that I can't make the call, but it certainly looks like that probably will happen just because we will have that storm system moving in. Now, somebody said, glad it's lighter. Well, lighter tonight, but even though the snow is a bit not as much water in it as we move through our Thursday-Saturday system, this one could be equally dangerous, if not more dangerous, especially as the blizzard conditions move in. Somebody looking for the trace tonight. Blizzard warnings possible, Mike? Absolutely. We'll have to see. Will it exactly reach the blizzard criteria as destined by the Weather Service? We'll watch and see, but I would expect blizzard-like or full blizzard conditions sometime Friday night as well, as we see those winds even strengthening now as that area of low pressure starts to deepen. So again, we've got a storm system that's moving our way, winter storm watch in effect. We'll just kind of walk through the timing again as we have it right now. And again, remember, we're at Wednesday, subject to change a bit as forecast updates come in. It does look like that snow develops Thursday night. We're talking 9, 10, 11 o'clock. And then Friday, as that low intensifies, some heavier bands of snow and very windy conditions will easily blow that snow around. That happens Friday night and is also true across areas of Wisconsin and Illinois. So you have to have some travel plans. Certainly, you want to make sure that you make some changes because, again, travel will certainly not be advised across that area. Now, that's how it stands right now. As we always encourage you, download or update the KCRG TV9 First Alert Weather app. We put some new things on the app right now, so if you've had it for a while, make sure you update it. Easier to get to some of the things like road conditions, taking a look at the city cams, easy place for you to submit your snowfall reports. Also watch kcrg.com for updates. Of course, all of our broadcasts on TV9. We'll be there and we'll watch these storms move through, and behind it, again, a quieter week next week, but a very cold weather week. That's how it stands right now. As always, keep it here on your trusted local news and weather source, KCRG TV9.